Hi everyone, welcome back to Dan versus the Kitchen. Monday night comes around really quickly around here. Tonight I'm planning on making, as we discussed last week, these Melinda's Keto Sticky Date Pudding Mix. Now we got this from Low Carb Emporium. I know she sells some stuff in the supermarket, Coles and Woolies, but I'm not sure about these. Do you know? No. We haven't seen them, but maybe they are in your Coles and Woolworths, or you can buy them from Low Carb Emporium. Pre-eating low carb, I really enjoyed a sticky date pudding. Mainly when I was out, I would never bring it home or whatever, but if I was out ordering dessert, I would order one of these.
Have you ever made it before?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think I've ever made it before.
So let's kind of go over what I need to do. So step one, preheat the oven to 180 degrees and grease a muffin tray. Now I'm going to use, as you guys know, if you've watched us before, we love the silicone muffin trays. You don't need to grease these. They should just pop out. And it makes 8 and there's 10 holes in these, so that will work. Melt 60 grams of butter, and then, so there are some ingredients I need to bring to the table for this. There is 2 eggs, 110 grams of butter, 100 mils of milk, and 100 mils of cream. So we've got that stuff all out here. So in a bowl, we put some melted butter, we whisk in some eggs, and then put the butter in, and then this. And that is pretty much it. And then you put it in the oven for like 12 to 15 minutes, and then you make a caramel sauce. So it's not like self-saucing. Mm-hmm. They're two separate.
I think that's normally what sticky date.
Yeah, two separate things. So let's get these in the oven, and then we can talk ingredients.
I did read on the box that it said not to taste the mixture.
Yes, I just read it. It said, prep tip, your batter will have a strong legume smell and taste originating from the lupin flour. Don't worry, as it cooks off beautifully. We don't tend to like the lupin flour stuff, so we'll see how it goes.
Depends how much.
I will go over the ingredients once we kind of get this in the oven. So oven is on 180. Erica did that about 5 minutes ago. We need to melt 60 grams of butter.
Oh, it's the first time using the new scales.
Fancy. Also, does anyone notice we finally got our fancy knife rack up? That was a saga in itself, let's just say. 65, pretty good. Good. So I'll just pop this in, melt this down. And we need more butter for the caramel sauce as well, so we'll leave that out. I'd be interested for people to say whether this seems any clearer than the other ones we've been doing, because we're using Erica's laptop, because I think I'm having some connection issues with my Wi-Fi.
Yes, for anyone that's just joined, we are making a low-carb sticky date pudding using a packet mix from Melinda's something?
Melinda's Kitchen. I'll check it. Please hold. Melinda's gluten-free goodies. This is the box. This is what Melinda looks like.
What you're assuming that's Melinda.
And
we bought it
from Melinda. That better be
Yeah, we bought it from Low Carb Emporium, but she does have stuff in the shops as well, like in the
She has
supermarket.
crackers.
Yeah, and I
mixes.
think like muffin, I want to say muffin mixes, like a few different mix things.
Okay, so there's the melted butter. 1 and done. 2 eggs. So the next is crack and lightly beat the eggs with a fork, add the milk and melted butter and combine. So we'll put the eggs into here because this is going to be our bowl for the whole mixture.
A few people saying it's brighter, which is funny because we don't have the light on. Normally we have a light and we couldn't be bothered getting it out. We're like, oh, it looks pretty light. So who knows? Hey everyone. Hey Jules. Hey Annette. Hey Bronwyn. Hey Catherine. Hey Kelly. Glad you could join us tonight instead of last night. Yes, something sweet. So sticky date pudding. Does it have dates in it? Yes.
It doesn't look like it.
Bronwyn, it is good having the knife rack rather than on the bench because the one we had before
It took
actually
up so much space.
took up a lot of space, and it's just freed up bench space. And having my coffee, we've moved my coffee machine out the back so that now it used to be over there. Now we have our toaster and kettle there,
and butter.
Really feels like we've got more free bench space now, which is good.
And milk, 100 mils of milk.
Catherine said, I'm a bit wary of looping everything too, but keen to persevere and try new stuff. Yeah. So it kind of depends how much is in it, I think, because sometimes
that protein bread stuff is so strong.
I think it's called, they've changed the name of that. I love PB Co or something. Yeah, we don't like their bread or whatever. But I guess if it was had some lupin in it and some almond flour or something, it might be okay.
So we've currently got just the wet ingredients, which is eggs, milk, and melted butter. And this is the mixture, and this is for the sauce. I'm assuming it's pretty hard. Looks like pure sugar, so we'll go with that.
Hey, Tan, how you going?
So next note is add in the mix and stir to combine. So let's do that.
Catherine said, I've been watching your Instagram stories and I have to say your beaches are absolutely stunning. We are very fortunate where we live.
Some of the best beaches.
We do.
And we can drive to those beaches in Newcastle, Nobbies, Merriweather in like 10 to 15, about 15 minutes. So we've been making a real effort to go in the morning into town and enjoy being by the water, because once it gets a little colder, it's going to be a bit harder to 8 of these. Oh, you can smell it. Can you smell it?
No.
It smells like butterscotch.
Oh, yeah.
It's really strong.
But like fake. Interesting. Is it just going to be like a caramel pudding, not like a sticky date pudding? Hey, Eleni, how are you?
Eleni's going to get to see our beaches next weekend.
Lizelle got here late. What are you making?
Keto sticky date puddings.
Sticky date pudding from a packet mix.
I reckon it's sticking up. Use it.
Hey, Marie from Harvey Bay. Oh, she's using, that's a good idea. I like using the kind of ice cream scoop for things like this because it does make it easier to evenly portion it. And like even for meatballs or like rissoles or whatever, or like burger patties or whatever, I use it, and I just use like 2 or 3 scoops if I want them to be bigger or smaller. Marie, we're hoping to visit Harvey Bay this year. What should we do there? I want to go to Fraser Island.
Okay, the scoop has failed me. I'm going to get 7.
Give me a 7. That's all right.
We're the only ones eating it. But that made it really easy.
Hey, Tanya, good morning. Dan and Erica from London, UK. It's 9:09 a.m. here. Hope you're doing well. Well, happy Monday morning to you. We survived our Monday so
Monday's
far.
done.
Yours is all ahead of you.
Has anyone else been doing Wordle? Let's talk about Wordle.
Let's talk about Wordle. Oh, Kelly said I use the ice cream scoop for so much, but I never use it for ice cream, but I use it for portioning up all sorts of things. It's very handy.
Okay, so
Wordle. You're gonna put them in the oven?
Let's put them in. They need, let's go with 12, so 7:23.
Do you want me to set a timer?
No.
Okay.
Someone tell us when it's 7:23 Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. So before we kind of get into the caramel sauce, let's talk Wordle. How did you go today? Yesterday was very, very difficult for me. I played it, put it down, played it, put it down. It took me forever. And Erica I had to go into Bunnings to grab something. She stayed in the car. I'm in Bunnings. Oh, 3 of 6 done. Like, I was just like, what?
Okay. I ruled out all the vowels, so it really limited the words that it could be. And I was like, but then today.
She failed.
Well, we can't say anything because people in other time zones haven't got it yet. But the last 4 letters, it could have been a lot of words. Just the first letter changing, and I didn't get there today. It's the first time I haven't got the word. I was so sad. But I really like, I don't know if you say curdle or curdle. It's Quordle. So it's the same as Wordle, but you're doing 4 words at once. I really like that. Dan doesn't do that. No, I would do it in that one. Just be careful because it heats up quickly though. Well, we've got a few wordlers and a few not into Wordle. Oh, Kelly does Wordle, Wordly, Curdle. Do people say Curdle or Cordle and Nerdle?
Well, Erica does this hurdle one as well.
Hurdle, which is a song. I like that. We do that together. And I was doing global, but I haven't been doing it all the time because it kind of got to do.
They also repeat it a lot. You'd be like, there's no way it could be
India. It's India again.
Dominica again. Twice we had Dominica. I was just like, okay.
Catherine, can't compare to Melbourne beaches. We used to live at Williamstown when we lived in Melbourne. There was a nice beach there, but just not the same as here, unless you went down to like
Mornington or
Great Ocean Road.
Yeah.
But yes,
you're really not like on a beach there though, so
we're very lucky with our beaches.
So I'm just melting the butter for the caramel sauce. It said place the butter and the cream into a saucepan, add the mix and stir. Slowly heat over warm heat. Okay, let's bring that down a bit.
Yeah, because that pan's got a very
I also
thin.
Need 100 mils of
It's got
cream.
A thin bottom, so you have to be careful with it.
We'll go low.
Yeah, Quordle. Okay. When will we see another backyard update? When something happens in the backyard. La Nina is not really helping with our backyard progressing, but the builder is coming tomorrow to kind of finalize everything he needs to order to build the deck, and hopefully that's starting next week. So as soon as we have an update, we'll let you know. We do have a vlog coming out this Sunday, but it has some more like little bits and pieces we've done around the house that were fun. Bronwyn's a fan of Merriweather Beach. That's a bit further away for us, so we tend to go to like Nobby's or Newcastle Beach is closer.
So the instructions for this sauce, it says slowly warm over low heat until combined. Increase heat and continue to stir for up to 5 minutes or until the sauce has slightly thickened. And then when the puddings are done, remove the puddings from the tin. Serve warm with the caramel sauce, whipped cream, and or sugar-free ice cream. We were also going to get into the ingredients on this. As we mentioned, we're not massive fans of lupin. So the
just from a
ingredients.
flavor perspective and a
Whole lupin
texture.
flour. So the first ingredient is lupin flour.
It's probably going to be lupin-y.
The sweetener is erythritol and monk fruit. There is almond meal in it though. 5.4% dates.
Oh, so there are dates.
Resistance starch, which is tapioca. Baking powder, baking soda, salt, natural flavour and natural colour. The, what would you call, breakdown of the macros. Prepared per 100 grams. This is stupid. Per serve. Okay, prepared per serve. Okay, I'm happy again.
I think they have to do the 100-gram thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's the dry mix and then prepared per serve and prepared per 100.
It's like I'm never eating just the dry mix.
So the in kilojoules are 920. The protein is 7.2. The fat is 17, and the carbs are 4.2. And the dietary fiber is 10. So you've got to add 10.
Made up as directed. Is that what?
Well, it just says prepared per serve. So I'm assuming it's... We've made it as directed, though.
Yeah. We should take a picture. Will it be one of those, Instagram versus reality? Very easy to make, though. There's also some variations on here. You can add chopped nuts, sugar-free white chocolate, poached green apple or pear slices.
Get some heat into this so the butter will melt a bit. Oh, it actually looks quite butterscotchy.
Is it?
Wait till the butter melts and I'll show you what it looks like.
We have not had this before, Catherine. It's the first time. And we also got a chocolate one that came from Low Carb Emporium too, which we also haven't tried. So, yeah, lupin is like a legume. They don't really have, it's grown here. Like it's quite a popular thing.
Lower carb flour that's used in a lot of these premix in Australia.
Yeah.
What was that other one? Was it Anna's Kitchen or something?
Yeah, that's
they were the sister of the.
Yeah, so now that's under the PB.
They're all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just have never really liked the flavour of anything with the lupin in it, have we?
Yeah, it has a noticeable flavour and it has a kind of
texture.
Crumbly, would you say, or dry kind of texture?
Hard to.
I've never. You can also buy lupin flour at like specialty health food type places, but I've never tried baking with it just because we didn't like the flavour or texture of it.
And early on in our keto journey, we tried some of that stuff, and we just weren't. More actually in the have butter will travel phase. Wasn't at the start of our journey, but we just never really warmed to it. But that protein bread co. Now that they're PB, I always think it's peanut butter.
PB bread.
They must do well because they must sell a lot of product because they seem to be going quite well, but.
Catherine said, love seeing the cats trying the new scratching post. How's the training going? Jem has never once used it.
Even when Erica puts her on it, she just pulls her claws away and walks away. Like, you
Even
are
so,
not
even
going to
if
make me do it.
she's scratching something that she shouldn't be, and I pick her up and put her there instead, and she still just pulls her claws off and walks. Scout could be dead asleep. I pick her up, put her on there, and she will claw. They're complete opposites, honestly. And Jem is just so stubborn. She just like, don't pick me up and put me over here. Scout's like, oh, a scratching thing. Oh, Mama, scratch that. Is that right, Scouty?
The other thing we need to talk about is April's Wellness Challenge. That will be started by next week. If you haven't watched the video about it, it came out yesterday, so go and check that out. But we are planning on doing a dancing challenge. So the parameters are every day play one song at home while no one's watching, or when the world's watching if you want, do whatever you want. Dance around to a song. You can pick the song, you can use our playlist. Erica found a few other playlists that she's going to share in the resources. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one this time, I think.
I think so. Susan asked what the little blue and white dishes next to the hob were.
These are Erica's new salt and pepper.
With the humidity, we just used to have our salt in an open bowl, and it really struggled with the humidity this year. So
the pepper, I don't know whether I like it or not, because I find it very difficult to use a very small amount.
I love pepper, so I love it. And it's on its own little kind of bamboo stand thing as well. Isn't it cute? I thought it was cute.
So cute.
How's your sauce going over there?
It's not melted yet.
Yes, so I should have linked the Wellbeing Challenge. But if you go to havebutterwelltravel.com/wellbeing, you can sign up there and join us. It's free and it's fun and it's inspired by Susan Handmore, so she better be participating.
I got a question. If you did the
if you did the March one,
you'll get it. You'll just get it sent to you. Yeah. So it said once everything had melted with this sauce, and it has, was to increase the heat. Increase the heat, continue to stir for up to 5 minutes. Oh God, people, these have got to come out.
Who was watching this? Who was in charge of the time?
Oh, they look pretty good.
Oh, they do. They're like little muffins.
I'll show you those in a sec. We'll just let them cool down a bit. Do you reckon they'll...
can you come and show us what they look like out of the oven? Oh, that's risky.
Yeah, well, this is stupid. I can't,
So they kind of look like little muffins or cakes. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Dan is just making these packet mix here that you can see, which is sticky date pudding from Melinda. I can't read the rest of it. Goodies. Melinda's gluten-free goodies that we bought at Low Carb Emporium. And they just came out of the oven, and now she's making a sauce. So in the box there was 2 sachets. One was the mix for the sauce, and one was the mix for the puddings.
can feel that heating quickly.
You can see it glowing red underneath. How was your day at work today, Dad? Anything exciting happen at Costco?
We were busy today.
Busy.
I fitted 4 sets of hearing aids.
Oh, wow.
It was a busy day.
Looks runny.
It was a good day though because they're fun. It was supposed to thicken with the heat, but I'm not confident about that. Would that be the cream that would thicken that up?
Maybe.
But yeah, work was good today. I prefer it when it's busy like that. Because otherwise it's just slow. Well, it said 5 minutes. We'll go to 28 and then we'll just put it on there.
You over it?
No.
What did everyone have for dinner tonight?
We had butter chicken.
We did, and it was yummy.
The Costco butter chicken is really, really yummy. We like it. I don't know if it's the best ingredients. I'm sure it's probably got some form of vegetable oil in it, does it?
Probably. This is riveting.
Is it? I should have got this on a bit sooner.
Amy had chili beef. We had chili last night. Now
we've got 4 double portions.
Our freezer is now stocked full of chili, which is nice.
We love to like top it with cheese and sour cream and avocado and coriander, and so our serve is probably a little bit smaller than recommended because it serves 8 and we got 10.
I don't know what that was about. It's unusual.
And we served it with some cauliflower rice from where else?
Costco. Tan's got roast chicken. Marie's got a pot roast. Lenny had pork ribs. Annette had a mushroom with chicken and cauliflower mash. Kelly's got leftover roast lamb and veggies. Chicken with a mix of mayo and parmesan and some pumpkin and spinach. That sounds good. Minced curry. Robin still hadn't had dinner yet. Oh, Kerry made our ginger pork meatball soup and it was yum. That's awesome.
That's in the reset, I think, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm not confident that this is thickened too much, but it's boiling away, so I'm going to take it off.
Jody said, do you grease the silicone mold?
But it's really just to kind of soak up, right?
Yeah.
That might be the benefit of this over just the dry loop, like just the muffin.
Yeah, that's true. The puddingy might make it less dry.
We'll see. We'll get the small one out. See, look at that, guys.
No, we don't grease the silicone trays. They just pop straight out perfectly.
No need to do that. Look at that. They literally just pop out like that every single time.
Kelly said she's really close to getting a Costco membership because of Have Buttermilk Trouble.
Well, you tell Costco that. I didn't want to put too much sauce on it. I reckon that's probably...
Okay, show us what you got.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The sauce was pretty runny.
Looks like the packet though.
You just want it to soak up into the...
Are you going to try some?
Well, you've got to try it first.
No, okay.
I didn't check if it was cooked or anything.
No, it looks good.
It looked pretty cooked.
Looks good. I feel like you need a bit more sauce. Just kind of soaked it all up like a sponge. Okay, what do we think? Right. really sweet. Maybe that was the sauce. It's pretty good.
Should you try some without the sauce to see if you can taste the lupin flavour?
I'm not getting the lupin.
Well, Melinda said you weren't going to get it once it was
Well,
cooked.
Melinda, she didn't lie. I've got a bit without it. I like it better with the sauce, but the sauce is
I think you want the sauce, but
the sauce is very, very sweet. I think it's nice.
I'm pleasantly surprised by
It's
that.
quite dense.
Mm.
I thought if it's just going to be like a muffin and airy.
No, that's actually pretty good.
I think that's nice.
If you miss sticky dough pudding
Oh,
and you want something with
if you're having people over for dinner or something, I think like that would be an easy thing. You could make it ahead, just kind of reheat
you
it.
need the sauce.
Yeah, you definitely need the sauce. Otherwise, it's just like a muffin or something. But it's quite nice. It's not dry at all.
I'm actually, I was not thinking this was going to be any good. So I'm pretty impressed by that. I have to try it again. You want the sauce. It's the thing that makes it.
Yeah, it makes it more like a sticky dough pudding because, I mean, that is very sweet with a sauce.
I think it's a good idea if you are entertaining, like Erica said. Easy. Saturday night.
Chocolate ones. Chocolate puddings all around.
Catherine said, how's your dad going, Erica?
He is going very well, thank you. He's in a really good place at the moment.
Like just happy and not frustrated, and it's almost. This is probably, I don't know, but as he slowly, progressively gets worse, he actually becomes less stressed about it. So I don't know whether if that's just because he just can't process.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what he's not.
Of it or an annoyance of it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
He is also taking antidepressants, which we're pretty sure has assisted in his mental capacity with it, like just to be okay with things when he can't remember. We've been trying to have him over here when the Swans play. He loves the Swans, and kind of at home he can't concentrate. When he watches by himself, he flicks all over the place.
Oh my God.
And if I'm there at his place, he does that too. And so we've just tried something different this year, and we've tried to incorporate, we go and get him. I work now reasonably close to where they live. So if the game, like last week it was Friday, so Erica's mum dropped him off to my work, and then I came home and we had dinner and we watched the footy. And I think he seems more engaged. I don't know whether it's because he's not at home or whether he's watching with me.
I think it's because it's with someone else. But
each time he said, thank you so much for like doing this. It's really good. So he seems to enjoy it. We'll try and keep it going on the weeks that we can do it. So yeah, hopefully.
Kelly said, OMG, he must have loved Friday night's game. How many times did he tell us when Plugger kicked his thousands?
I don't know whether it was when Plugger kicked his thousands or when Plugger kicked to go to the top.
Right, okay.
Because they ran onto the oval both times.
Right, but he was there and he ran onto the ground and he kept telling us so many times.
And the annoying thing for me was the game was already, like it started at 8 and it goes forever.
It does.
And so we already weren't finishing till like 10:30. And then I have to take him home, which is 20 minutes. So that's a really late night for me. And then the buddy situation, once he kicked it, that added half an hour on. I said, if he kicks this, we're going. I'm taking you home. So, yep, Bob, yep, I'm ready.
Anyway, to round that up, he's going well. And the sticky date puddings, I reckon I rate them. I'm not getting any lupin-y. Are you?
No.
Like if I didn't know it had lupin in it, I wouldn't have realised. So highly recommend those. I don't know, keep an eye out in the supermarket. Maybe you'll see them. Otherwise, you can get them on Low Carb Emporium.
If we see them in the supermarket, we'll share on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will be back. There's nothing hindering next week, is there?
Oh, we've got a little monthly calendar on the fridge now. Look at us. Fancy. There's nothing on, I don't think,
No.
Dad.
Nothing for a few weeks, and then at Easter we won't do it because we'll be in Adelaide.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming. We will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.